Welcome to Bonehead Gaming.
Okay gamers, and welcome back to a 7 Days to Die. Actually been a fair old while since we played this last, so let's update you on a couple of little things. First of all, let's go outside. I've upgraded my little hatchway here a little bit, so these are concrete blocks now, which I can repair. For some reason the wooden ones I couldn't, and a hatch. Ladder now has a vault hatch on it, or a steel hatch, whatever they call it. And outside. Now, this did before have spikes all around it, but this all got completely destroyed. I mean, I'm probably talking about 3 or 4 blocks down deep. There's a massive pit here, which is what, whoops, which is why I see all the different coloured dirt. I put dirt down and put the wrong stuff. Got my little farm growing out here, which you have seen before, I'm pretty sure, but there is more fertiliser down. I've enlarged this a little bit, which is doing its job quite nicely. In fact, a little bit of repairing still needed. Does that one not need a repair? Ah, there you go. But the main difference is the pit I have been digging out is fucking huge. Now when I laid this out, yeah, I'm a numpty. I don't really measure it. I just placed blocks down, thought, yeah, that'd be a good space. But what I'm going to do is one half, say this half, I mean if I got some frames a minute. So probably from about here across, that's all going to have topsoil on it again, but it's going to have a base underneath of the topsoil. I'm just not entirely sure. I may not even do topsoil yet, I don't really know. And this half here is going to be marked like killing zone. So there's going to be roughly 3 blocks wide, maybe, yeah, say 3. And anything walking across will just drop down there. So if we just go down quickly. Okay, and so this is the base. It looks a little bit smaller actually when you're inside. Now in each corner I'm going to have concrete going up. You may notice these ones here I haven't filled in. Basically underneath each of these ones there is a pillar. So that's hopefully going to be the support structure that holds this whole thing up. Ignore that block there, there was my little hiding space inside. I mean, you can see I can fit a block in there. So, when I had zombies dropping down, they weren't all dying. I was a bit worried Horde Night that ferals would drop down and survive, so I made a little hide hole. There is some chunks here that just haven't dropped for some reason. Now, they're not connected. They are just floating blocks, as you can see there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have something along, like I say, it'll be concrete wall all along there, probably about 5 or 6 high. I'm not going to do it all the way up the top because it's just a waste of resources. Or actually, I'm not even going to do it on this side, it's going to be this side, isn't it? Again, another floating block, which I'll deal with eventually. So yeah, I'll have like a concrete wall. Don't know why I'm using bricks, I can actually just do it with these. Probably about 5 high. Something like 3 spikes. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I am tempted to do half blocks like these. The only reason that being done is if I'm here. Oh, I can reach that one. Okay. But if I'm here, I can reach all the way at the back. Which I can do anyway. Okay, so that's a little bit of a moot point, but it still gives me that little bit of extra reach. So that's the reason I'm going to do that. God damn. But yeah, so that's going to be all the way across. Now, I don't know exactly how it's going to work yet. Because when I get to sort of over here somewhere. So let's just do this for an example. Let's get the wooden frames out just so I can start laying things down. So yeah, these are all going to be spikes. I've actually got quite a range on this, so yeah, there should be no trouble at all. The only thing that does worry me is how I'm going to do these concrete blocks, half slabs. I mean, spikes are there, so yeah, I may have to do just one sort of solid. Oh, actually, what I could do is a half block. Recipes. Where are they to? Concrete ramp. Let's just cancel these a minute. So where are we going? This one here. Now it will look slightly out of place. But I think that might work. The other bit is, obviously I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the fighting area. If I'm going to do it in the usual style that I've done in the past videos, which is basically like you saw up on the top of the ladder here. I'll just run up just for a point of reference. So where I've got the hatch, I've got the poles there, so zombies cannot climb through this bit here because that's basically half a gap, or is it a whole gap, sorry. And they cannot climb through this one because the hatch is actually that gap there, not the one below. So I'm going to place a few blocks down, test a few ideas, and I will catch back up with you guys in a wee bit. Bye. Right, one thing I do have with this base is bloody screamers. Now, I've actually had on 2 occasions 4 screamers at the same point. So when I hear them now, I try and take care of them straight away so they're not so bad. There you go. But yeah, I think the worst I had was 4 screamers. They brought in 2 ferals, cops, dogs. I must have about 20 zombies going around at the time. And it was fun. If you take care of just the one, give her a quick clout, she screams, but you normally only get the one zombie turn up. Now I'm going to have to extend this here, because this was originally on top of my furnace, but I've obviously placed the extra ones down. So now the screamers quite often appear over there instead of over here and wander on top and get spiked. Okay gamers, and welcome back. Now today we are going to go on a little bit of a hunt. I am ideally after a desert, which I don't think I've come across yet. Let's scan a map. We got a little bit of patch there, but not much. That's not desert. Oh, we have desert all the way up here. So 4.7 kilometers to the north. Right, so we're going to dump all our stuff off over in our box over here. Main thing we're after is a bit of sand, and just to take a little bit of a break from all the crafting we've been doing, construction I've been doing. So I'm going to go for a drive. Bit of explore, gather some wood, hopefully some coal. Do need to get some nitrate at some point as well. Just going to grab some spare fuel and make sure all the furnaces are topped. And so yeah, I'm going to start driving and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. I obviously don't want to bore you with the drive. Just go outside, see if we've got any visitors. Another thing I do want to be getting is chrysanthemums, because when I start doing my construction inside, I do want to start making some red blocks and, you know, getting a bit of colour down there, stuff like that. Right, so I'm going to cross country this. I'll keep recording, but if nothing happens, I'll see you when I get to the desert. Okay guys, so I've had a slight change of plan. As you may see, I've got the flashing icon there for the treasure. I've come back to the last treasure spot we've had. 1, because I really want that bloody treasure. And 2, it's all sand. So we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I've already had a couple encounters. Because we're so close to the snow biome, I keep getting what are they called? The lodger, tree lodger ones. Alright, let's get the higher ground. Old Anakin would love this place. Higher ground and sand. We got moldy sandwiches. you. I know I'm picking up a lot of crap. Most of it probably will get chucked as we run around, but just for the sake of collecting at the moment, picking it up, because you never know what will come in handy. Right, I'm going to keep digging because I have no idea where this is going to be. I've also picked up another one, which is due west, so I'll get this done and then I'll probably run off and just find out if I can. Yeah, it's only about a map's distance away, so we'll go for that in a minute. So I'll catch you guys soon. Okay guys, we have finally found the chest. Can't find my way out of here now. Christ. I'm just gonna unload some stuff into my bike a minute. So, this is the original digging hole that we done in the first episode. Just random bits and pieces all over the place. This is the top of the mountain, and all of this was sloped down evenly, so all of this area has been dug out. Almost broke my leg again. I dug a massive hole down there, which I'm not going to drop down. Try and work my way around closely. I tried to be methodic and do patterns. That didn't work, so I started going a bit crazy. I mean, I've dug all down there. All of this area here has been cleared out, all down here. And I've actually lost the bit where I found the treasure chest. Ah, there it is. So all of this effort for some bullets, raw diamonds, cash, gold and silver. It's worth it if I can find a trader that'll actually trade with me. So now that's sorted. How close is home? Home is 1.6, home is due south. Right, I'm going to go home first. And then I'm going to go to this other treasure chest. This has taken me, what, 5-6 in-game hours? Where's my bike? Got on that far, not even sure where my bed is. Right. Let's just go to the bases. The next one, there's not much here, so I'll catch you guys once again. Okay guys, we are at location number 2. Bike is parked just here. And this has got to be the luckiest treasure chest ever. What, 6 blocks taken out? And boom. So, 3 more diamonds, 20 more silver nuggets, 10 gold. Some casino tokens. Shit. We'll drop the soil, we've got loads of that. And more money, hey. Oh yeah. Okay, so that is us pretty much loaded. There's not much more I can do from this run. Can't put any more in my chest. Casino tokens. They can go in. Right, so I've got a little bit of room for stuff, so let's scrap that now. That was only literally just dig through the sand. It only takes 1 hit with one of those and it was saving my metal shovel. Right guys, I think that's probably going to be pretty much it from this episode. So I am going to leave it there. I'll get a little bit of prep work done off camera. Okay guys, we have a little bit of a bonus here. We've gone and found another trader. So, yeah. This is Trader Joe. We're allowed in. Let's save the waypoint. Beauty. So this is the first trader I think I've actually managed to access on camera. Let's go in looking a bit unthreatening. I mean, how close is this to home? This is 1.5, so not far.
Take your time.
Okay, so we're going to sell a few pieces. And I'll be back. I'm going to sell all this junk and I'll be back with you, see what we can buy. Okay guys, we have exactly 22,988 tokens to spend. So, let's see what resources he has. He's got the usual bread, lead, brass, forged steel, leather springs, coal, gunpowder. How much did 90 gunpowder cost me? 500. I'm going to buy that because I need gunpowder. Not going to worry about the concrete. He's only got 20. I'm not going to worry about that for the moment. I will buy the nitrate powder. 500 again. I can make some more gunpowder myself now. Not worried about the oil shale. Fertilizer I'm going to leave. Not going to buy these bits back. So tools. Iron hoe. Oh, tools are rubbish. I'm not buying any of that. Ooh, hop seeds. I will buy one because I'm not entirely sure about the hops. Would be interesting to grow a couple, see if we can get more. So it's got 2 all baskets, so I'm not sure what the difference between the 2 is. But anyway, ammo and weapons next. Does have a crossbow, which I haven't actually made a crossbow yet for some reason. I normally do. 23 rounds, it's going to be 1,000 credits. So I'm going to come back to the ammo. Well, I'm going to look at it now, but I'll come back to buy it in a minute. Oh, that's only that one page. Clothing, just pretty much the bog standard stuff, nothing special. 9,000 for the military fibre, I'm going to leave that for the minute. Decoration stuff, got a green door, a drawer. That looks like the stuff they use in the funeral home. Now why would the landmine be in decorations? Chalkboard plate. Azalea. Just looks like a bloody bush to me. That's all they got. Oh, they got a fountain. Okay, I'm going to buy that just because I'm curious as to what the hell it is. Okay, chemicals. Reinforced steel upgrade. Oh. Now that I am tempted to buy, but what's that going to cost? 8,600, so just under half. Okay, we'll buy one of these, tasting and brewing. And then the secret stash, a player vending machine. If we had other people on the server, that would be good to play. So there's 27 there. 92, okay. Gonna buy that 27. Anvils, gunpowder, heavy bandit gloves. Interesting. That's not something you can craft that I'm aware of. Yeah, so he's got nothing else on him. So I'll buy all of these chemicals. So basically now when I upgrade my concrete to steel, I can put this cream on it and it makes it even stronger. Not sure how strong.
You come back sometime.
I know it does make it a bit stronger. Alright, so that's just a little bit of bonus there. I'm going to see if there's anything here I can loot, and then I'm going to head back to my base. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.